Do you have a brilliant startup idea? Visit our website at eapla.com to schedule a Blue Couch meeting and launch your startup journey today.
All right, welcome back to On The Cusp. I got my co-host Matt Snyder back with me. And who's our guest today?
We have Jessica Comegys with her newest venture, the
balanced
boarding pass. Mm-hmm. Really cool. So I was thinking about this when I was thinking about who we could have on. And Jessica, you've really become the serial entrepreneur that we talk about a lot. You just can't get enough. I mean, you just sold a business, Glow, which was a huge success and was a really cool thing to bring to Shreveport. And then I love this concept.
Okay. I don't know how to stop. I don't know how to stand still. I just knew I could not stand behind the stove anymore.
Yes, I love that too. I've been lucky enough to have a business that kind of changes and grows over time on its own, so it's always kind of fresh. But I love that. I could never stay doing the same job every day. But what I love about what you're doing is you're bringing things that Shreveport really doesn't have or hasn't had to that level and introducing it to us.
I've never really thought of it like that. It's just been more of what I want to do, what I thought would be, what I would want to have here, or what service I think would be needed. Or
so what is the boarding pass?
So a boarding pass is exactly what you would think of it as, what you need to get on a plane. Balance comes with learning how to curate a special itinerary that is fitted to your lifestyle and your needs and wants and your budget. As well as keeping things light and fun and making the experience well-rounded. And that's rooted in what I did with Glow. I was a holistic health coach. I still am. And just life is about balance.
Okay. Yeah, so your first email that I got about the balanced boarding pass.
My email?
I love
nice.
it. Yes. And so I understood a lot more of what you're going for because me and a few other, I feel like I'm a pretty good trip planner.
Yeah.
But I'm a very, very, very expensive trip planner. I'm a terrible at getting any good deals. And it just cost me a fortune to make this good trip.
Yeah.
But so having somebody that's in the game, explain that because that's what caught my eye in a lot of ways.
Well, I mean, like you said, anybody can plan a trip and look at, booking.com or Expedia or find a fancy hotel that they like.
Right.
But it's more about the experience and the itinerary and how you can get the most out of your trip. Not necessarily see everything, do everything, but what experience do you want to come home with?
Right.
What memories do you want to make?
Yeah, I got an example for you. So my wife loves the Grand Tetons. And I'm trying to put together a trip without her knowing it for us to go from Shreveport to the Grand Tetons. Okay?
Okay.
So if I told you that, what do you bring to that? How would you look at that?
So, one of the perks of using a travel advisor, because a lot of people are like, why do we need that now? We have Google, we can do everything. You still need the human element when you want to pick the best neighborhood, the best restaurants, filter through all the hotels based off of what you like to do and what you need, a boutique, luxury, spa resort, wellness resort, family friendly. Help plan the logistics instead of you spending all of your time on Google. When you're busy, you're working.
Yeah, I mean, I work.
Yeah. And by the way, that's the only thing I've done so far is Google.
Months and months on it and set alarms in the middle of the night to wake up and book reservations. And I bet you I work hundreds of hours on our big trip every year.
And a lot of times, the travel agents will have special relationships with these brands and tour groups where you get early access. And, I set the alarm for you, basically.
Yeah.
And then you don't have to think about it. You say, I want to do this, this, and this. I plan it all for you. It's not in your Google history anymore, so your wife can't find it.
Yes. Because if she knew how much I was willing to spend, she would be absolutely against it.
I'll tell you the one.
She cannot do that.
Yeah.
I don't want to go to, but every time I've even looked, is the Disney stuff. Trying to even look at that. Though, every time I've gotten weak and be like, okay, we're going to do the Disney thing, it's that's
Let me just say this. When you get to be an empty nester, when you're an empty nester, Disney and all those parks are not in
Not
your
on your
Google
list.
search, okay? The kids want to go and take the grandkids? Go for it.
You have to take the grandkids.
Oh,
A
no.
lot of grandkid taking to Disney.
I'll take them to the beach or the mountains or wherever they want to
Listen,
go.
Grandpa is the only one that can afford Disney anyway.
Well, that's
what I'm
true.
saying.
That is a
Like,
fact. That is a fact, okay?
You
And
start
that's-
looking at that, I'm like,
It's as much as the Grand Tetons. Okay?
I know, I'm like, do you want to go to Disney or do you want to go to Paris?
Right.
I mean, like,
Right.
that's it. Okay, so this adventure, how long? This is new. How long have you been doing this?
So I have been helping people plan travel for quite some time, just not getting paid for it.
Right.
And I mean, my friends have a nickname for me. We won't talk about it on this, but I've always been the go-to, like where to stay, what to do, where to eat, especially.
Mm-hmm.
And so I just thought, I had already put Glow for sale. I knew that chapter was coming to an end.
Right.
And I was ready to take the next step. And then I just kept getting signs. Like people were calling me, asking me how was your trip to Paris? Where did you eat? Where did you stay? And so I'm thinking, okay, I can make this work
Yeah.
from home. And I still get to fulfill my love languages, which are acts of service and words of affirmation. So
Yeah,
it's like, good job, thank you so much.
Yeah. It was awesome. Yeah,
Yeah.
I love that too. Yeah.
But I'm curating a special experience for you, just like I did in the restaurant, building a dining experience, remembering your preferences, creating a menu for you. And I still get to fulfill all of those desires and needs while creating an experience for you outside of the restaurant. On paper, I've been doing this for about 6 months, and I am very close to hitting pro level with the company I'm with.
Awesome.
Oh, wow.
Already. So it's just kind of like,
So how many big trips have you planned?
quite a few. I actually have a lady in Finland right now. I was on the phone with her before I came here. She worked for me for a little while and retired widow. The whole time she worked for me at Glow. I want to see the Northern Lights. I want to go stay in an igloo. She never would pull the trigger on it. So when I signed up to do this, I thought that's going to be my first client right there.
Yeah,
I'm going to get
okay.
her there. So she left 2 days ago. She's there now. She's been sending me pictures. She is so happy in her heated glass dome igloo in Finland.
Amazing.
And she's just like, I would have never done this without you.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
I
so
like that you're only going to get better the more trips you plan.
Right.
And
there's a learning curve.
Yeah, because like I said, we're good. I'm good at like picking fancy hotels. I'm really good at restaurants. But a lot of our trips I go and like all we do is eat. Like
Yeah.
it's like
Same.
I'm not good with like the adventures
Right,
in
the
between.
in-between.
And so you're gonna learn so much more of
Right.
that.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, I've even had my first hiccup. I sent a family to Florence for Thanksgiving, and we found a lot, like you said, a lot of great fun things. A kid-friendly walking tour that had activities for the kids, scavenger hunt, carousel ride, but they got to see all of the things too. Kept them engaged.
Right.
But the apartment that we booked was listed as a 3-bedroom, and it turns out it was only a 2-bedroom when they arrived. So I had to advocate for them, get them partially refunded, all of these things. They were able to be comfortable. But now I know I have to directly email this apartment. I need confirmation how many beds are in this room, not just what's listed on your
That's awesome.
listing.
Yeah.
That's
So-
gonna be a fun thing to get really, really,
I was
really
like,
good
oh, no.
at.
Yes,
Like,
absolutely.
Like
Yeah.
that would be a fun thing to like focus a lot because you just get better at it the more
Yeah,
you do.
yeah,
Like,
yeah. So
that's awesome.
it's been fun so far. I mean, I've got people going to Italy. I've got people going to Caribbean. Working on Hawaii for 2 different families right now. So it's really fun. And my husband, Lloyd, he's like, how much is this going to cost me? Because every time I plan something for somebody, like, oh, we should do this now.
Oh yeah, it's gonna
okay.
cost like
Yeah,
a
this
lot.
could be. If it
A
works
whole
out
lot.
really well.
You have
actually.
to go see the place you're sending people
R&D,
to.
right?
Yeah,
You're gonna write off
absolutely.
everything. It's like
Well, when you reach the highest level of everybody you're working with, do they start handing you trips to go test this place, test this place?
They do.
I figured they did. There's
That's
got to be
cool.
a real perk there.
Yeah, there's the perks.
Okay.
The perks are going to start
So
rolling in.
tell me
Yeah.
how as a customer, how this works. Like, walk me through that process so I can understand it a little bit.
So I have an inquiry form that basically just asks you A few questions just to kind of get into your head about what you want this trip to be. Where you want to go, what your must-haves are. Do you want it ski in, ski out? Do you want to be on the beach? Things like that.
Yeah.
What your budget is. Do you like boutique travel, or do you want a family-friendly resort with all-inclusive? Just some questions to kind of narrow down. Some people call me and they're like, I want to do this, this, and this. And they already know exactly what they want. But then I've had people call me and they're like, well, we're thinking about da-da-da-da.
Yeah.
So how can we narrow that down? And what is the time frame? And then I just start curating sample itineraries for you. So you can kind of do
whatever level of this somebody needs. Like if I say like, Jessica, I have a hotel brand I love, I've already booked it.
Yeah.
But I don't want to mess with, like, what should we do? Or you could take that part. You could.
Yeah. So don't book the hotel. Let me book it, even though it's your favorite.
Okay.
And you can still get all of your points, if it's Marriott, Hilton, whatever, Four Seasons, whatever you like, wherever you like to stay. We have to put it in a package for you. But yes, tours, excursions, picking you up from the airport. If you want a driver to take you all around, wine tastings, having a chef come to your villa, all of those things. And then what I generally have been doing is putting 2 to 3 sample itineraries together. Okay, we want to do this and this and this. And that helps you see what's available, what a daily flow is going to look like. And don't forget rest time too.
Yeah. Don't ever plan my wife to be engaged 24/7 on a vacation.
I run Kathleen Kathleen's I never stop. I'm like, we got 5 days. I gotta go.
If you put an itinerary in front of her and she's going and doing for 24/7, she's gonna be like, we're not doing that one, and we're not doing that one.
Yeah.
Okay. So she wants her time.
The first time in New York, I just drugged Kathleen around walking so hard one day, and at the end of the day, she was like, "We walked 22 miles."
Oh, wow.
I was like, just looking.
You were at Disney.
Yeah. You might as well have gone to Disney.
I ate a few 8 times in between, and then just kept walking, Dave.
I will say that I have a very dear friend of mine that is strictly Disney, and she is a pro at it, and even though I feel like I'm a pro at Disney because we've been several times, that's something that I would leave to her.
Yeah. Those Disney planner people are their own.
Oh, man.
That's their own thing.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, and every time I'm flying out of Shreveport, I see somebody I know with some ears on, ready to go.
Ready to go.
Living it up.
Yeah.
Well, Jessica, that's awesome. So people just reach out to you and...
Yeah, I've been working hard on my website. Y'all, I thought I was really well-versed in coding. And after I took care of Glow's website, I built it and, it was e-commerce. But Shopify is very user-friendly. And now that I don't have an e-commerce platform, it's like, all these things.
Yeah.
But I think I have it like enough, a landing page at least, and a couple of little blogs on there. But mostly it's a phone call. It's text messaging, it's emails to communicate. But yeah, it's exciting.
That's awesome. Well, we're excited. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And we're happy to watch it work.
Thank you so much.
Right. Thank you for coming.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Good.
Enjoy the podcast? We would love your feedback about today's show and who you think should be our next guest. Send us an email at info@eapla.com. Also, be sure to share the show and leave a comment on our social media post.